Good afternoon all, Grey Horse again here still. We're back here to play this week's guest account and a wee announcement to make at the end of the stream. Now, let's have a look at where our account is. I said I wouldn't open any chests until we came back with the account, and I'm so used to popping chests I just went straight in and opened one. So I had to play a game to make that up and have another chest in the slot, and did the exact same thing again 4 hours later. So we've played 2 games since we last saw you, 2 wins. So what we'll do first is we'll have a quick look at one of those games which went to shootout. And the reason I want to look at it, we'll look at our opponent's shot first. And we'll see that he does exactly what everybody does in this hole. The minute the screen comes up, he moves his target. There we go. Let's move it about and try and find an aim point. Hello, Michael. How are you? Just playing a wee guest account here, which hopefully you're going to impart some knowledge. Maybe not. He has moved his target. Now he's trying to find where he's going to land. He's actually trying to put it down the back of the green. I think he's trying to put it down the back of the green. Maybe it's accidental and roll back down to the hole, which is not actually a bad shot.
Perfect shot.
And as we see, he gets the bounce here, goes up the back of the green and rolls back down the hill towards the hole. Reasonable approach, but to me, way too overcomplicated.
Nice.
So there we are. He was about 1.5 yards from the pin. Just for anyone playing this hole, it is so simple. This is the way I play it. So first thing we do is we don't move the target at all. The wind is 1.8 from the back, so we will make an adjustment for the wind, and the Goliath is roughly about 2 rings, or 2 wind per ring, so we've pulled it back a ring. Because of tailwind, we put a tiny bit of backspin on it, and then just hit it perfect. Don't be trying to find the perfect line on this hole, because the ball actually lines up from its initial position nearly perfectly.
Perfect shot.
And if you hit it perfect, it'll come in just nicely. And this one comes in not nicely, but absolutely perfectly. So sometimes trying to be good at the game doesn't help. The game actually helps you enough on its own. Right, let's pop some of these chests. So we're hoping we can get an extra mile here. And we have got absolutely nothing nice yet. And the big platinum. It's been brewing away for quite a while. And there's the extra mile, which is quite lucky. We have achievements here because we watched a replay and we saved a replay. 3 gems. Now, the reason I'm saying we're hoping we get the extra mile, I've already had a peek here in the club card shop, and look what we have. So why is it charging me 50 gems for the first card? Gonna have to figure that one out. I'm not gonna pay, we will pay 50 gems for it. There we are, it goes down after that. So we'll get an extra mile up to a level 2. And we'll go in and have a quick look at our clubs. Again, running on the basis of I'm not going to upgrade anything that I'm not going to use. So the rocket has upgrades, I'm not going to use it, but I am going to use that Viper. I'm going to use the extra mile. I'm not going to upgrade the rough cutter just yet. Cast wave, what will I get if I upgrade that? Yeah, for 100 we'll go for that because it's a bit more ball guide and a bit more accuracy. But the castaway will be cast away as soon as we can. And for drivers, yes, we're going to upgrade the extra mile. and we're going to switch straight to it. Right. Excuse me. Very short streams these. We only play when we're actually going to receive a chest, and we're not going to play above ourselves, and hopefully pass on a few little bits and pieces. And here we go, the one hole that I detest. My favourite place is the rough on the left here. So again, for people learning wind and rings, the extra mile is at this level is roughly 3 wind per ring. So we'll turn it so that the wind is straight up and down the screen, and then move it roughly half, maybe a little bit over. That will be for elevation, but we'll deal with elevation in days to come when we've a little bit more elevation on the shots. We're just going to hit it straight down there with the tiniest bit of left curl. The idea, just don't end up in the rough and leave ourselves a shot to the green. And that'll do us just fine there. We could go power hooking that and try and get it further down the fairway, or go and put a load of, well, maybe not with an extra mile to a load of curl, but with a higher club you could probably curl it a lot more and get it further up the fairway, up to that second bunker on the right. But for now, let's play it safe, let the opponent make the mistake, and we'll just knock it up on the green. Thank you for the hole in one. I like that hole because you don't have to do anything on it. You just leave the ball exactly where they have it, adjust for the wind, maybe a bit of back or top spin depending whether it's head or tailwind, and hit it. And it always comes down within a yard, which is usually at this level good enough to win it. Right, this here, again, we take our Viper. We're very short on ball guide with the Viper. Just trying to guess how far that's going to go. And again, at this level, the Viper is about 3 per ring. Not going to worry about elevation or anything. We're just going to go a ring, or half a ring, which is roughly 1.5, and hopefully hit it just up perfect towards the pin. There is a little funnel towards the pin, which obviously with no ball guide I haven't bothered to go look for. But that found it just nicely, and we will take that albatross. Don't know where the funnel is looking at the ball guide, but from playing with other clubs kind of knew it was there somewhere. Now, as they say, a shot like that makes it extremely difficult for our opponent now to come out with a win, which he won't. So there we go, our wee baby's first Alba and first hole in one, all on the same stream. So wish that man good luck. He doesn't want a rematch. We'll not watch it again, we saw it. So we'll just, no we won't, we'll leave the chests all till the next time. I was watching Daniel play his baby account and he's using gems to pop the chests. I really don't have enough time, and the announcement later will tell you how little time I might have over the next while. So we're quite happy to leave the chests just sit, and we can catch up on them in the future on the next stream. We've been lucky so far, we haven't actually come across any good players. Sometimes you come across somebody with 50 trophies and like 2,000 games in an extra mile 7. But we haven't done that. Now, this hole here, don't play it up behind those trees. You will not make the green. The only way you can do it is to go for that little gap. Again, 3 miles an hour per ring. We're actually going to adjust for a wind of about 2, which is 2/3 of a ring. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it's the difference between making it through that gap and not making it through that gap. And the other thing here is essential to hit perfect. Great on either side. Generally doesn't turn out too well. But that there gets us up through the gap and gives us a nice wee look at the green. Again, simple shots. The main thing, you have to hit perfect. I know it's lovely to produce all these big curl shots and side shots and do backspin shots into the hole. They're fantastic looking. But at this level, just hit perfect, straight up the fairway, and that will win you more holes than any of the spectacular shots. So our opponent's into over par, which reduces his chances of hitting perfect. And leaves him there, which is no shot to the green at all. Though it was a tough shot to get far enough with a rocket anyway. Very lucky we just got the extra mile. Yeah. This is probably going to come up short, but I don't want to go too long because that's quite a big drop down into the water. And again, it's only 1.7 wind, but we're going to adjust for it anyway. And just see where this turns up. Close to the pin is good enough for a win on this one, I'd say.
Perfect shot.
That needle speed is so weird, being so slow.
Nice on.
If I hit great, I'm blaming it on the slow needle speed, or the speed being far slower than I'm used to. So that's what I was saying to you about coming up short of those trees. You just don't have a shot to the green. You're going to hack it out and pray it lands somewhere that's not too bad. Or of course you could just take a tiny little tap to the left there, leave it on the fairway and try and land your short iron into the hole. But better idea, don't end up where he is. There are very few holes on Tour 2 that you have to worry about hitting perfect. A great left, a great right normally leaves you okay. But this hole here is hit perfect. Makes life so much easier. As is the tradition with these streams with the baby account, they are going to be very short. I doubt any of them is going to be more than about 15 minutes. And we'll just take the account real slow, dealing with little bits and pieces, and hopefully you learn how to approach holes, how to approach the game. Again, our opponent's into overpower. I don't see why, because he has plenty of range on his club, and he's just reducing his chances of hitting great, and that's what I didn't want to do with my shot. And now you see why. So Mossy, did you have a good new year? Hopefully the head isn't too sore. Don't get many viewers here, but we'll work away at it. Hopefully people will pick up on it. So 2 more wins and it'll fill our pin chests and nicely fill our chest slots as well. Let's see if we can get the 2. Now I have seen this guy so many times. There must be either a million people with that name, or I don't know. Well, it seems to be a very, very popular name. I've played him in pro tournaments. I've played him in expert tournaments. Again, we don't need a huge amount of topspin here because we'll just end up going in the rough. 1.8 is roughly, we'll call it 2 because it's such a low wind. I'm not too fussy about it. And the exact same way we played it last time. Hit perfect with the tiniest bit of curl to the left.
Perfect shot.
And anyone holding their breath for an albatross, please stop holding it. There's no way we could land 2 in a row. And again, people say tournaments, you dial your shot in. So you play the tournament, and on hole one, you know the wind is coming from the left, and you do a 10% over adjustments, etc., etc., etc. Tour play is identical. The only difference is you have the wind coming from all around, and it takes that bit longer to see all the different wind angles and learn all the different wind angles. But the shots are, again, just dial them in. So I know where I aimed last time at this. I know how much short I have to go with the Viper. So he aimed at just dropping onto the green, and again 2/3 of a ring because it's 3 per wind, so 2/3, and we'll just hit it perfect. It'll come in close to the hole, and that's all we really want.
Perfect shot.
Oh, that one was a little bit too hot this time. Tailwind speeds it up, but as I said, we're coming in close to the hole, and take our eagle and go to shootout. At lower levels, you'll quite often win the hole on the hole where your opponent has made a mistake. Now this guy hasn't, and to be honest wasn't expecting him to.
Great shot.
And that might be it there if that hits the bunker. Well, I was going to say some of the lower holes go to shootouts. Probably not this one. But as you progress up the tours, you find that more and more holes go to shootout. That you, unless you make a mistake, which hopefully on the higher tours you'll have got good enough that you won't be making mistakes that kill your hole. But you will be going to shootout, and it's learn the shootouts at that stage. Oh, we're going for a dunk here. Well, with a one wind, why not? When you're dunking, you'd always aim for the back edge of the cup. I intend to do a wee video stroke graphic section to show why.
Great shot.
The other thing, when you're dunking, hit perfect. But there's a very good reason why you aim for the back of the cup, not straight in the middle. You would think aiming straight in the middle will get you a hole or a dunk every time, but it doesn't. So thank you for the game. Good luck. And gold chest. For some reason we didn't get the Santa chest on this account. And I just noticed we have a free shot in the golden shot. We'll take that before we finish up the stream. So all tying in nicely, we're going to hopefully complete tour 2, gain an extra chest to fill our chest slots, fill our pin chest, if we can manage to win this game. Again, same hole, we're going to play it the exact same way. Up the left, hopefully hit perfect. With the extra mile 2, we can put most of the top spin on. I don't think we have a problem there. If you have a higher extra mile, don't put more than, in this wind, about 3 top spin on, because you'll go straight through into that bunker. 4 top spin would definitely take you in there on an extra mile 7 or something. So if you're playing tour 2 and extra mile 7, I'd like to remind you there's tours 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 as well, which you're quite welcome to move up to. So it's a direct tailwind. I'm not going to adjust for the wind. I'm going to let the wind give me some extra distance. We can give it all the top spin on this because of the fact that we've only got 3, and again hit perfect.
Perfect shot.
And should leave us through the trees safely with a shot at the green. Now we've learned from the last time where we left it just a little bit short that we can afford to go a tiny bit further up on the green. So maybe we'll get this one a little bit closer than we did the last time.
Perfect shot.
And again, most of the holes won on the hole, which again should be the case here. So I'm telling you, learn and remember, and I can't remember how far back we came and left it short, but we're not going to be far off of that. Straight at the hole, about a third of a ring. Is that about a third of a ring? And we'll just hit it and see where we end up.
Perfect shot.
Close to the pin is good enough.
Nice.
Still just the teeniest bit short. I always say leaving the ball short is a cardinal sin, because any ball that comes up short of the hole will never go in. It's better to go 6 foot past it than 6 inches before it. On this hole though, because I'm not used to the club and how far it rolls out, I'm just worried about going over the back, but I don't think that'll be a problem. We can be more aggressive next time this hole turns up. And there we go. So on the next stream of this account, we will be adding in a little list of golden rules, which hopefully you will take onto the course yourself as you start out. We have a few bits and pieces to open here, so we'll open our pin chest, see what it gives us. And nothing of interest. We'll collect our few gems. And open that chest and have a look at the golden shot. Now, because of the fact that we haven't got the higher tours opened, we're only getting lower tour cards. I think we're going to go for the easy golden shot. There's absolutely no point going for the higher one. Now this one here, you set it up looking like the ball guide is dropping in the hole as far as I remember. All the backspin, a bit of right spin to combat that wind. 3.4, what is it, 1.5 per ring? Can't remember what the golden long iron is. So we go 2 and a bit, which really is, I'll be honest, a guess, and see where this ends up.
Perfect shot.
We're coming in left there. No, just a bit hot and right. We get something for nothing. When the game gives you something for nothing, take it. So there we go, golden shot. Have we anything more to do with this account today? Nope, we have got up to date on everything. If I need to grind to get a couple of coins before we head on into Tour 3, I'll do that off stream. But we'll come back with this to open chests and play on into T3 on the next stream. Speaking of the next stream, it could be quite a while. The announcement I have is that my daughter is having a baby. It's due within the next week or so. Unfortunately, the baby has a fatal heart defect and is not expected to survive. So obviously, family comes before Golf Clash, and I shall be taking time off from Golf Clash. Potentially for the next couple of weeks. We will return. We will come back and play all our accounts and come back and continue on with this wee baby account. But for the next 2 to 3 weeks, there will be no streams, no tourney, no grinding, no golf clash. And that's just the way it is. Family comes before golf clash. If anybody wants to support the charities that have helped my daughter, I leave a link down in the description for a charity called SANS, who have been absolutely brilliant. And even if you just want to visit their website and see what they do and the good work they do and how they support people, please do. And I'll leave that description, or I'll leave the link to SANS down in the description. Thank you very much. We will see you in the future, in maybe a couple of weeks, and hopefully have a great new year, and all the best to you, and thank you for watching. Take care, folks, and good luck.